of the round of 16. In the bottom left corner, up 1-0 in this match, your blue Terran player from Team Property, it is MorroW!
And up in the top right-hand corner, playing as the pink Zerg down 0-1, it is Handren.
Alright, all you, buddy.
Alrighty. So, I don't really know what happened last game because I got a really weird 3-minute early shenanigans of the audio, so I'm not entirely sure what happened, so I can't really comment on that game that much. But obviously MorroW is a professional StarCraft 2 player, and he plays Terran, so he has very good mechanics, and I'm not really sure who Handren is. I assume he got in the server recently, but the last game was pretty long, so we definitely can give MorroW a run for his money. So we do have a barracks first. Nothing wrong with that. You could go 14 command center before the Zerg, or as Terran against Zerg, but obviously MorroW is not opting to do that. And Handren's not going to do anything ridiculous to spawning pools or whatnot. He's just going to expand down at his natural because that's what Zerg players do. And we'll see if he gets the spawning pool. Before gas or after gas. My guess is before, or maybe not. He is going to get the gas before his spawning pool. And down the turn side of things, MorroW is going to go for the expansion. There's no gas on the way, no sign of tech at all. So he's just going to expand. Hopefully not on the low ground, because that's a super duper risky play. But looks like that might be what he's doing. Yeah, he is going to build a supply depot, so he actually might build the command center as part of the wall. I'm not sure. MorroW knows this game a lot more than I do.
The camera wasn't locked to you.
Oh boy.
I put it on there, but it wasn't locked. Good grief. Well, I'm back, and now the camera will actually show things. Sorry, everybody. Oh my goodness. Wow. Well, looks like Handren was going hatch first.
Yes. And he got gas before pool, wants a quick speed. You know, MorroW's going to make a command center just about now on the low ground because he's ridiculous.
Throw down a bunker pretty soon, probably, and he'll be pretty much fine as long as Handren doesn't go for. Whoa! Handren going for the ultimate layer timing here.
Look at that.
That is impressive.
Who needs speed?
Right? Forget it. Who needs speed or queens? Just get a layer as fast as humanly possible. Now MorroW will scout this because Handren has made it before he's built any Zerglings. So, So MorroW knows he's going to have incredibly fast mutas or incredibly fast lurkers coming for him here in the early game. MorroW doing a little bit of scouting here with his Marines. He knows that there's not much in the way of Zerglings coming out. Doesn't really have to worry too much.
SCV is getting chased by some Zerglings. The SCV should live, probably. It doesn't actually moves a little slower. So the SCV is going to go down to this poor wing.
Poor little dude. There he goes. He just wanted to mine. He's just a grunt laborer, just doing his job, trying to take his paycheck home to his wife and 17 children.
I'm willing to bet SCVs don't get paid.
Oh yeah, they're probably all convicts, right? It's like slave labor.
I don't know. Well, they probably don't get paid.
Terran are all a bunch of convicts, dirty Terrans, space monkeys. Alright, a pretty big swell of Zerglings here from Handren. He might just go for the run-by. He's going to actually try to get a nice little surround here on the Marines, but now he's got to back up and run away from that bunker. He does not want to challenge that bunker, so he's getting quite a few lings there into the main base.
Yeah, that's a decent amount of Zerglings, but the Marines are going to go up and chase them, and they should be able to take them out. Maybe. Maybe not.
Oh, if he can cancel Stim, this would be huge for Handren. Oh, yeah, continue to fight there at the top of the ramp. Oh, no, the Stim! The Stim! Stim will finish here. Good number of SCVs likely to go down. Actually, there's only been 2 killed. All of that, and Handren somehow accomplishes virtually nothing. It's a nice little run-by, but not quite able to get the damage done. A lot of low health SCVs. Actually, there's not even that many low health SCVs, honestly. He got a few units killed, some Marines here and there, but overall, it's a pretty good position for MorroW after all that. Now, the Spire is going to be finishing up here pretty soon, and Handren will have enough resources to make about 5 Mutalisks. Will MorroW be prepared for that, though? He will have Stim, +1 is coming. He's also working on medics. So far, the engineering bay is done, so MorroW will be able to throw down plenty of turrets once he feels the threat.
I'd say the first few mutas will go in, swoop in, and be rather uncontested, but after that, MorroW will build the turrets, and he will be safe after that. But the first, when mutas first come, I don't think MorroW will be prepared for the first wave, because this is a very, very fast lair.
Yeah. Now MorroW doesn't know about it, though. Now, obviously, he plays a lot of StarCraft 2, doesn't play a whole lot of Starbow. He's played a decent amount, though. But he might not know the exact timings for when he needs to get his turrets down. MorroW throws down a few turrets right now, in the main.
Oh, there are 2 turrets on the way.
There's one in the natural. A couple more in the main coming up. Yeah, they might be able to finish in a reasonable amount of time. The one in the natural will be getting done here. The turrets do build pretty fast. MorroW, knowing the timings, not giving him enough credit. This guy knows what he's doing. Only 1 turret though, but he can repair that if he needs to. In the meantime, these mutas will get a decent amount of SCV kills.
And meanwhile, Handren is expanding to his 3rd. That's generally what you should do is when you attack, you should expand, and that's exactly what he's doing.
Yeah, using these mutas to get a little bit of map control. Oh, getting a little bit caught here, these mutas. Can't afford to lose too many of those suckers. Did lose one. Still in a decent position though. But in the meantime, MorroW, getting up to a nice, healthy SCV count. 34 SCVs on these 2 bases. Bringing in the money.
Mutas are trying to poke at the natural, but these 2 turrets are more than enough to hold them. And there's the scan to make sure that the mutas are no longer there, which is the case.
Yeah, I like how Handren is continuing to be very active with these mutalisks. Very important for him to continue to show them. He can't just let them sit back. Kind of like in that game 1, he kind of had the mutas out there, but he wasn't doing a whole lot with them, and allowed MorroW to just kind of do whatever he wanted inside of his base. These mutas could come in here to try to snipe down a turret or something like that. Or try to get some supply depots. Looks like he's what he's doing right now.
And
Not
on
the most effective use.
Back to this in Handren's base, his worker den is almost done, and there are indeed hydras, so he is going to get a nice worker tech switch, and MorroW's kind of ready. He does have a lot of units, and he does have scan, so he should be able to hold off the initial workers, but he does need to get to vessels pretty quickly.
Yeah, his factory will be finishing up here pretty soon. Most likely we'll see a science supposed to go down right afterward. But yeah, the lurkers will be out in a decent amount of time, and Handren can hopefully get those planted at the appropriate locations here at the ramps to the 3rd and over at the natural. Starport is now on the way. And 7 lurkers on the way. Now, will Handren try to play defensively with these, or is he going to try to get aggressive? That's the real question here. He can maintain some aggressiveness with these mutas without necessarily needing to bring his lurkers to the front. Pretty big bioforce, though, here with MorroW. He's going to start going ahead and pushing out here. So Handren's going to have to get prepared to get his lurkers into a nice position. A couple here at the top of the ramp of the 3rd would be pretty wonderful for him. There are no science vessels out yet. Starport
These lurkers are just kind of wandering across the map alone, and they might just find the great Terran army they dear and love. But
yeah, he's got to be on top of this. Lurkers without support, you have to be really careful with them.
Oh,
burrowing them all to take down 1 Marine. But now these lurkers are pretty out of position. MorroW can split off part of his army and try to go for the 3rd if he wants to. He's actually just going to go ahead and chase these lurkers back. Handren's got to start getting some of his lurkers into that nice defensive position. Right now, his 3rd is still extremely open. MorroW's going to be going straight for it, and there's no way that Handren is going to be able to catch him now. The positioning favoring MorroW. He'll be able to get up into that 3rd if he so chooses.
Yeah, there's no way this 3rd can be saved unless these workers somehow magically teleport, but they're actually going up to the 4th, and just kind of spinning around in the middle of the map, not sure what to do, and the Terran army is going to run up and quickly take down this hatchery.
Yep, fireback coming for the drones. All the drones going down immediately. Nice stim here in from MorroW, and now he can hold the top of the ramp here. The Lings running to their doom. Here come the lurkers, but a nice scan will be enough here from MorroW. He's got the concave, he's got the top of the ramp. Great position here from MorroW. Handren trying to play too aggressive, getting the lurkers out towards MorroW's natural, not trying to defend his own bases. Even just leaving a couple lurkers at each base, then he could get aggressive with the rest of them, but he sent all of them, and now he's in a pretty rough position as MorroW has denied the 3rd, completely taken it out, and once again, Handren down to 2 bases against the professional StarCraft player MorroW.
We'll see if MorroW wants to do with his army. Right now his army's kind of trapped. There are workers at the base of the ramp and workers at the other side, so this army's kind of awkwardly stuck here. They will try to stim down and possibly get out, but that Marine is going to definitely tell MorroW that there are workers there.
Yeah. Now MorroW is getting his science vessels out. He's got 1. Irradiate is going to be finishing up pretty soon, so once he gets a 2nd science vessel, he could always irradiate these lurkers and then get that army out of there. If that's the way he wants to play. In the meantime, Handren going ahead and trying to retake a 3rd at the 12 o'clock position. Seems like that as soon as he got out of position there, looked like that was kind of where he was going to be going with this. And we have a Greater Spire coming up here from Handren. Don't see the Greater Spire this early too often. Handren this entire game has been going pretty quickly into the tech And so it's going to be Greater Spire. It'll be interesting to see what he does with that if he tries to get some Guardians into position. Now, he does have Mutas behind the natural.
Yes.
Most likely when that Greater Spire finishes, he'll be morphing in some Guardians and try to poke away there. If you get some nice splits against the Radiates, that could do quite a bit of damage because MorroW likely will not be prepared for it. Oh, actually, MorroW scans, sees the Greater Spire coming up with plenty of time to react, and MorroW will know that there could be Guardians on the way. Defilers as well as Consume coming out now for Handren. Getting all sorts of different tech paths, but the supply is pretty low. He's got to stay alive is the key here for him. MorroW with a Marine will scout the third. And looks like MorroW's going to go ahead and make a big push. He wants to push before that Greater Spire is done. And if Handren dumps a bunch of resources and supply into these Mutas here at the natural, there's not going to be much left to defend against the large force that MorroW has coming across the map.
And actually, this large force is really nice because you can also have like a two-pronged attack. And here we go.
Oh, no Dark Swarm goes down! Defiler had not consumed, did not have energy, didn't even have consume yet, and this Bioforce is going to be enough right here. More Defilers are going to be going down. Important tech units. Marine at the third, not going to do a whole lot, but this Bioforce is enough to put plenty of pressure on the natural, and the rest of MorroW's forces are going to head for the third.
Yeah, and that third is going to go down with the siege tank. They'll be able to siege that from a very far distance, and with the Bioforce in the natural, reinforcements can't come, and these ones are kind of stuck awkwardly. They just kind of hang off in the corner, try to pretend they don't exist, and the fourth is going to go down at the same time the natural does.
Yeah, really nice job, good splitting here from MorroW. Seizing the opportunity when he had it. There are
very nice Dark Swarm on top of the Bio Army, and the Wings are going to slowly poke away through the army, but these upgrades are pretty nuts for the Terran with the medics, so they're actually not dying very quickly.
Yeah.
And
MorroW now will pull out the Dark Swarm, and now that Bio's not going to go down anytime too soon. GG from Handren. MorroW takes the series 2-0.
God, MorroW is so good at this game.